Hey, welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be a very quick update because I have to be at work soon and I don't want to be late, so I will not be meandering like I often do. This is just a quick note that today, July 13th, it looks like Vella may be live. It does say Kindle Test 2024, and I don't know if that means they're still tweaking things, but the dogs are gone and the categories are now open. And so if you go, I mean, you can take a look at your at the different options yourself. One thing I wanted to note real quick while I'm looking at this is that I wanted to give you guys an idea of what the categories may look like. If you follow market research or anything, you'll know that the keywords that people put into Amazon often will lead towards certain books. And there was a big question mark whether or not that would work on Vella, and it looks like it does. So I wanted to show you guys, first of all, what the common thing to expect is. So if you're looking for the right keywords, this would be a good time to figure that out. I don't know how in the world the featured got up because, I mean, it's not, I guess it's just live, just starting today. Looks like somebody's already favorited a book. This wasn't here a minute ago. And then, of course, you have your popular tags. You notice that all the popular tags are categories. Literally categories. And so it may be that you want to pick a category that's in the popular. Like, I probably should have put coming of age for my story because that's what it is. But instead of doing that, what I did is I put 80s coming of age. So here's an example of my book right now. And I'll show you guys quickly what it looks like when you read. But I wanted to go quickly to this idea of coming of age. It's not that one, it's one of these here. No, this one right here. I put 80s coming of age. Now you'll notice that in the category, I'm alone. And that's actually true of all my categories. If I click on any one of these, I'm the only book in the store. So it might have been useful if I had just put coming of age, and then I could show up on the grand list of all the coming of age books that include up to 6 pages. Now, assuming anyone would actually read 6 pages of titles when there's this many to look at, who knows? It looks like discoverability will be just as challenging in Vella as it is anywhere else. It's just, the more people decide to dig in, the more likely they may get to your book. I know for me, I think I'm on page 4 on the teen section, which is funny because he's an 18-year-old. New adult's a category, guys. Anyway, one thing I wanted to point out though is if you're using an app like Katie or Publisher Rocket to do your competition search, you may notice that you'll actually will rank in those categories. So for me, I have if 80s teen angst is a category that I've used on my Kindle Vella. Here it is right here. Again, I'm alone in Kindle Vella. But if you go to the 80s teen angst search page, you'll see that you only got to go 4 slots down to find my book. So the categories, keyword search does work on regular Amazon. So that's something to consider when you're coming up with the keywords. It may not necessarily be a popular category in Vella. Mine, I'm alone in all of these. And the problem with that is if you go to the main page, let's see, it's a community page. If I go back to the main Kindle Vella page, you're going to find that all the popular categories and all of this stuff, they're not necessarily represented. And if you're dealing with readers who really care more about what's popular and they're not going to go in and do a general search on the search bar up here, then you may have a harder time. But it doesn't mean it's impossible because, again, if you go to, let's see, where am I? I just had, oh, here it is. If I go to search 80s, now one thing I want to point out is you'll notice that none of my keywords has 80s as a solo keyword. It's all very specific here. But if I go to the 80s keyword within Kindle Vella, which is, right now it's called Kindle Test, you'll see that you scroll down and there I am. So recognize that my story's 80s. I didn't have to make a keyword called 80s for it to recognize that it's in the 80s because I've had other keywords that have 80s in it. So hopefully that'll help you guys figure out how to load up your store, or how to decide what your categories are. I'm probably gonna leave my categories as they are for at least a few days just to see if I get any hits at all. It very well may be that just because I'm not in the popular categories that I might not get discovered, or at least not easily. So I don't know what to expect from this. I don't think it's a bad idea to have at least a couple categories where you stand alone, just in case someone happens to search it. But again, if you use an app like Publisher Rocket, which I'll use right now, I just had it on probably should have kept it open. If I go to do the category search for 80s teen angst, I think we'll do, or no, 80s coming of age, I think was the one. Which one? I think no, was it 80s teen angst? Is that the one I was on page 4? I'll just get you look right now. I just totally spelled that wrong. No, it's not angst. It's this is where spelling comes in handy. So if I do 80s teen angst for the competitive score, it's going to be a score of 1. It means no one's. It's very easy to rank. However, there's also very few searches in one. So it doesn't mean I'm going to show up. If I do the competition search, I'm going to here's what's out there for ebooks. But again, if I look at the evidence, 80s teen angst, I'm on the 4th rank. So point being is it works. If you guys are looking for a reason to choose your categories based on rankings or potential, you can still do it. I just within the store itself, I don't know how likely you're going to float to the top, especially if the readers are only looking for what's readily available, as suggested by the front page, which is going to probably be a lot of them. If we're being honest, a lot of them probably are not going to be searching 80s teen angst in the bar. They're probably going to be looking at, well, here's an adventure or a mystery. It's just that's the way it's probably going to play out. But again, it's worth testing. Anyway, it looks like it's up now. I don't know if it's final in its form, but it's no longer the dogs. If you've been keeping up with Vella, you now have opportunity to go look at how your work can handle. The other thing I want to show you guys is what it looks like as a reader. So I actually just opened up my first episode just to test it. That's why it says read episode 2, but if I actually click on the episode, you'll see how it looks on the web. You can just skim it. I'm not going to actually skim it because I don't want to violate my terms of agreement here. But you can always click back out and then go to the next episode. And then once you get into the lock or the episode 4, you'll see the lock is on. One thing to be aware is they do have something called free tokens. I guess this is for the launch. If you click on it, you can claim free tokens. So you're going to probably have to deal with readers having their first 200 tokens for free, and when they're free, that means you're probably not going to get paid for them. So even though they're only getting 3 free ones, they're probably actually getting 7 free ones. So just bear that in mind. That's if they choose your story. Who's to say that they're going to pick your story for those freebies? Somebody's going to get stuck with those 200 free tokens on their story, but it may not be you. But anyway, that's what it looks like. It's out, it's ready. If you haven't published on Kindle Vella yet and you're an American writer, now's the time to get in, because today is literally the ground floor day, and I'm pretty sure that once the ranks start coming in, we all can probably guarantee that the blue champion here is going to coming of age. Of course, it's coming of age. Why wouldn't it be? I'm pretty sure that's going to stay. That's going to be one of your top sellers for a long time, just because it's the front runner on the fade. So anyway, just so you know. All right, that's it for today. I have to load this and go to work. So hope you all are successful at this, and hope I am too. So take care, and until next time, bye.